Hi YouTube, Ethan J. Stricky YouTube channel, and today we're doing an update on the Frogs Vivarium. I know I've not really had time to upload the last two parts of Vivarium mission on how to build a white tree frog vivarium, but we did an update. We'll just show you what we've done, and hopefully it'll give you some ideas, update on the frogs, show you what they look like, and yes, let's get into it. Right, so it's the same vivarium you saw in the How to Build Your Vivarium series. We've now got both the frogs in it. They're both about 3 inches long. So, what, 9 centimetres, 10 centimetres. They're not too big. They're getting their markings and we can see what their characters are like. We've got a couple of new pieces that I've added to the vivarium. And just cleaned it out a few times so it is changed a bit around, but we'll just get into it now. Anyway, we've got the same plant in the corner you got with the kit, the Aguera plant and the Boston fern. It's a small fern, I think. It might be larger actually. Yeah, and some bogwood, 2 pieces, one here and one at the back here. This is the separate piece. A piece of willow that we got off one of the willow trees in the back garden. It's English willow. Obviously we live in England. Yeah, we waxed the bottom because it started growing all over the vivarium, which is quite cool. It was quite funny, I really wanted it. And we debugged it as well. We baked it in the sun for a bit because it was really warm on that day. So, and then they're feeding the frogs. We'll get onto those. They're feeding on size 5 crickets, I think, at the moment. In here, I should really get a bug keeper. But, size 5. And we've also got them a treat today, which is some silkworms, which are quite cool. And then one of the frogs. I have wet my hand. One of them here. Come here. Go on, Necro. Here we go. This is Nightcrawler, my frog. He's got nice little markings on him. Quite a few markings actually. He's symmetrical on both sides, which is quite cool. And he's got white lines on the back of his forearms, there you can see. On the back of his legs as well, and 2 bits on his face. He's my frog. He's brown. He's really fat. And it's quite cool. And he prefers to be up on the background, to be honest, rather than the plants. And then down here, this little guy at the bottom, Toothless, named off the dragon out How to Train Your Dragon, is on the bottom. Now he usually stays on the ground. Well, not stays on the ground. He stays a lot lower down. He obviously is arboreal and he spends a lot of his time in the trees, but he spends a lot of time on the bottom as well. So I'll get him out. Come here, Toothy. As you can see, he's a bit smaller than Nightcrawler. He's got no markings apart from a few spots on his back at each side. And he's a bright green, a really bright green. He's you could even say he's kind of a dark pale blue. Just jumped off my hand because he's in the vid. He's just gone. I've also put a leaf in the bowl too. That he's just doing today. That's only just been done actually. It's I've got it quite dirty. And I'll put a leaf in there because the bowl is a lot deeper than they are. They do like to float, I've gathered, because they usually go into the deeper bit of the water bowl because it is on a slant. If you look, it is on a slant going down. So he likes that. I'll put a leaf in so he doesn't drown or get into any distress. And it is an Exoterra medium bowl, so it's big enough for them at the moment. But I am looking at making more of a water feature, maybe a 75-25 setup of 25 to water, 75 of Eco Earth. I mean, it has got some steps in the corner. And I'll be doing a review on this setup and everything. We've also got a Komodo heat mat here. Really warm. It's just warm enough not to burn the frogs, but if it was any warmer it would. It doesn't cause any distress to them if they're getting a bit cold. The thermoregulate by sitting on that, which they really like. And this is inside the tank, look, you can see. You can bring it off, and they can't get behind that either, which is good. They can't get pinned. And that's just held up by one poster plaster here on this side, and a background at the back. We've got the vine, 2 vines. You can see they're twisted round up until about here, where they stop, and that one branches off here, and that one branches off there. He sits on that quite a bit. And we've got the crickets freely crawling about. We feed them about 5 each time we hand feed them, don't we, Trav? Yeah, Trav hand feeds them as well.
Yeah, I've trained mine, and my brother does it, but our frogs only off tongs, they'll only take it. Ethan's will only take it off his, and mine will only take it off mine. Now, as you can see down here, look, we've got a cricket freely running in the tank, and we put those in. We put 8 in every day. What we do, we take the lid off, shake it about in the vivarium, let some jump out, and then close the cage. Now, it doesn't really matter if these escape into your house. They only survive about 2 to 3 days. And as you can see, the frog in the bowl is attached to those leaves. This is off this bush here, and this is one of their favourite things.
Yeah, it's their favourite plant in the world.
As you can see, Ethan's is at the top. He's an absolute giant. He's like a legend. He does. He'll technically take anything off tongs and just.
Yeah, he takes absolutely anything and he eats it like an animal. I know he's a frog.
Sometimes you can just dip the tongs in calcium dust and they'll just.
He'll eat the tongs if you put them in, which I don't really like. But he has started. He hand feeds. As soon as I put my hand in the tank, he'll jump onto it, won't he? The same goes for Travis's, which is quite good. But they are really, really good at hunting. And as I said, they're growing quite a bit. Travis hasn't been feeding as much, and it really, really likes Super Mario worms. We call them Super Mario worms, but they're just called Mario worms. Giant mealworms, really big ones like the size of earthworms, and they absolutely love those. We're about to step their worms up to night crawlers. Obviously, we do feed them crickets as a full diet, but maybe as a supplement, we'll give them silkworms like we got today, and some. Just gonna step them up to night crawlers soon, like I said. But yeah, that's it. It's we've got for the substrate. It's a 50-50 eco earth to plantation soil, because I do like the effect of the plantation soil. It is slightly different to eco earth.
Yeah,
it's more fibrous.
I'd recommend getting it from Max Exotics.
Yeah, if you live anywhere around here, Max Exotics is brilliant. They sell that. They sell their own custom stuff as well. They sell their own custom.
And they actually sell the white tree frogs.
Yeah, they sell tree frogs. They sell most amphibians, don't they? So.
Yeah, it's a really nice shop in there. They've got from frogs like this to albino hedgehogs, Egyptian hedgehogs. They've got bearded dragons, leopard geckos,
all kinds of stuff.
Quite a lot.
They've even got like vampire crabs and hermit crabs.
They've got chubby frogs as well.
They got chubby frogs, which are just beast.
These are absolutely beast. The one in the shop is about the size of the palm of my hand.
And that's only like 6 months old.
And it just lays on the top of the bowl staring at you. Like mine stares at stuff that gets put in the cage. Oh, this is like a giant one that just stares at you.
It's really cool. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, guys, we're gonna just for ideas in the Travis is getting ready for a nice water fight with our mates. Just for a few ideas, we've got some really nice pebbles we got off a beach at just after the tide had gone out from that area, so they're completely sterile. We didn't have to sterilise them at all. They've been fine with the frogs. We tested them in there. They started getting a bit of spots under their chin, and then we realised that was because they're starting to croak. They've started barking, which is really, really cool. And it isn't a croak like people say. It is a really, really deep bark. It's really cool. And yeah, we're going to try and wrap this up in 10 minutes, so we've got a couple of minutes left. And yeah, the background's still the Exoterra. Everything apart from the bogwood, the pebbles, the frogs, and the heat mat is Exoterra.
Yeah, and there's one thing you want to know about frogs. They do not go ribbit. No frogs go ribbit. Anyone does that, that's stupid. As Ethan said, these bark.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Look,
hey, he's hopped out the water bowl. Yeah. Oh yeah, Jordan's frog's called Toothless. My frog is called Nightcrawler. Oh, just a quick tip here. If you get some polystyrene, we got this out the actual Vivarium box. Put it on here behind the heat mat. It reflects the heat into the vivarium. And we don't usually keep the crickets on here. We just fed them. See, there's a lot of crickets going around. We supplement them sometimes.
What do we just put like
calci dust?
Look in here. We've got like the outside of a melon.
Yeah.
Just put
anything like that. Any cereal-based stuff, fruit, anything like that. Make sure you put bug gel in there as well. Otherwise, they are going to eat themselves for moisture. If you see the shells in your crickets, don't feed them to your frogs. Throw them out and get some new ones, because they'll be poisonous. They'll be intoxicated. But
yeah. Thanks a lot.
Anyway, we're going to sign off, guys. Travel sign off. Say the usual, Trav.
Yeah, please subscribe. We do frogs nerf battles. We've got nerf. We just updated a nerf Arsenal video. Please like, subscribe. Thank you. We'll see you later.
Peace out, guys.